Welcome back, another episode. Bird of Prey from Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 5, might have permanently written Sam Carver out. Jake Lockett's character, who is one of the newer characters in One Chicago, has been adjusting to working at Firehouse 51 for the past 2 years. With the exception of a few personal and professional setbacks, he seems to have completely adapted to the close-knit group. In the past, he appeared to be eventually leaving on a few occasions. Therefore, it's unfortunate that following Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 5, Carver would eventually leave Firehouse 51. Firehouse 51, in Birds of Prey, manages multiple cases. Mouch McHolland handles a bird assault at the firehouse, Violet Mikami and Lila Novik transport a man with his abdominal stitches protruding to med, and Kelly Severide and Dom Pascal, Chief Wallace Bowden's replacement, look into a fire case. Carver's personal plotline, however, might be the most intriguing because of his continued downward spiral brought on by his relationship with Tori. His final shift at Firehouse 51 may be his last after he drags his feet all day, and is ultimately chastised for his misdeeds. In Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 6, Stella Kidd fires Sam Carver for the day. The entire shift, Carver hasn't been himself. Stella Kidd has been observing Carver's changes at work since he returned from his last sabbatical for a few episodes. After consecutive departures from her squad, Kelly Severide's wife cannot afford to make any mistakes now that Pascal is watching Truck 81. Therefore, it inevitably becomes an issue when Carver doesn't give it his all on every shift. Nevertheless, in Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 6, all of the drinking and partying he does every night to spend time with his lover finally catches up with him. In the midst of the shift, Kidd sends Carver home because he has finally had enough. Tori's remarks earlier in the show might strike a chord with Kidd, even though he doesn't fire his right-hand person for being lazy. She encouraged Carver to quit Firehouse 51 and move to Austin, where several firehouses would be more suited for their lifestyle, after giving him a tool he had left at home after another late night out with his girlfriend. Carver brushes it off, but given what transpired between him and Kidd, he might start giving Tori's recommendations some real thought. The cast of Chicago Fire might have just lost another character if this is the case. Does Carver's time in Firehouse 51 come to an end? Carver has come close to quitting One Chicago numerous times in the past. Following his devastating talk with Violet about the state of their relationship, he was placed on furlough once more just in the Chicago Fire Season 12 finale. Upon his eventual return, it was evident that he had undergone a transformation. He turned into a careless team player and party animal. Kidd's decision to fire Carver is justified in light of all of these factors, but overall, it might be the culmination of all of his near exits over the past few years. Why losing Sam Carver is unaffordable for the Chicago Fire now. One Chicago is now accustomed to character exits. The TV franchise has exploited this to keep their shows interesting and new, despite the sadness of saying goodbye to many fan favorites. Nevertheless, it is well known that the Chicago Fire has lost a number of important players in recent years, including Matt Casey and Chief Bowden, 2 original cast members. This is in addition to saying goodbye to some longtime employees of Firehouse 51, such as Sylvie Brett and Blake Gallo. For more videos, subscribe.